What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Matt Pig and Matt at Locals, and I'm doing a top 4 deck profile of this guy. What's your name and what'd you play?
Kirk Zielinski, and I played line second Orcust.
Line second Orcust. Oh,
It's pretty good.
quick flex. Okay, so show people the deck profile.
Alright, so MVP of the deck, obviously 3 Scrap Recycler,
Because
1 card combo. He sends Rosenix, Rosenix summons a token, and then I pop off. Gets pretty good boards.
And he happens to be...
Since it was a sneak peek, I got 3 Scrap Raptor.
Yeah, we're
really
so
good. It just searches for Recycler and lets me normal it. For the scrap, for that combo, I also run Golem, brings back Recycler a multitude of times because of Succession. It's really good. So that's the scrap cards. For the Orcust monsters, Honorary Orcust gives Mekarochi, just special summons itself from the grave or hand by banishing 8 from the top of the deck as a quick effect. Got 2 World Wands. Sometimes I side one of them out, but it usually is a mistake to do that, especially if I see the one in the hand. But it banishes itself from grave to summon an Orcust from banish. Got 2 Orcust Nightmare. While in grave, I can banish it to send a Dark Machine from deck to grave, just to get me more resources. 2 Symbol. He banishes himself from grave to summon an Orcust from grave. Really good. One of the best cards in the deck, definitely. I only own 1 Gearsu, or else I would easily be running into 3. He's another starter, similar to Scrap Recycler, but he doesn't go into as good of a combo as Recycler, since he's not a scrap. But yeah, he's still really good. 1 Citadel, 1 Fortress. I run these. I run Citadel for Urgent Schedule, and I run Fortress in case I open the Citadel. Both of them are pretty good because they get themselves onto the field during my combo as an extra either link fodder or pop target for Wyvern. 1 Rosenix for the combo. I only ever send it with Recycler. I hate seeing it in my hand, it's awful. 1 Armageddon Knight because I had to have some kind of filler and he's just an extra starter. Pretty good.
And because you don't own 2 of the Mech Knight guy?
Right, that, yeah. 3 Ash Blossom, as it's a blind second deck, obviously have to run 3 Ash Blossom. 3 Nibiru, again, it's a going second deck, have to run 3 of this guy. He gets sided out sometimes, just depending on what I'm playing against. 3 Dark Ruler No More. While I can't OTK through it, it does help to actually be able to play the game. The real MVP of the deck, which is why this is blind second, Urgent Schedule. If my opponent controls more monsters than I do, I special summon Scrap Recycler and Machina Citadel from my deck. And then I can go into Wyvern and pop off.
Busted. 3
Fossil Dig, just to grab Scrap Raptor, and then from that Recycler and get into my combo. 1 Raigeki because I don't own Lightning Storm.
Fair.
1 Orchestrated Babel because it's just it lets me play during my opponent's turn after I've done my things.
Bandit, give you 2 heart back.
1 Succession for the combo with the scraps. It's just an extra monster reborn. 1 Called by the Grave because I really do not like hand traps. 1 Foolish Burial. It's a graveyard deck. This is obviously has to be run. And 1 Monster Reborn because the card is broken.
Busted.
Then for the extra, I also should be running 1 of the trap, but I took it out since I don't really know why I took it out. I probably shouldn't have. 2 Dengirsu, gotta love the ulti. I need a Zeus because he's an Xyz and it would work really well with it.
It's funny that you have ulti of this and then what you're about to show, but don't own a Zeus.
Yeah. 2 Galatea, I only have 1 ulti sadly. She's really good. Shuffles a banished machine to set a Orcust spell trap from deck, so I get field spell access really easily during my combo. 1 Link Spider in case for 2 things. I can link away the Nibiru token to then use this since it has an effect. I can make Galatea with it. Or also, since Gearsu summons the token, I use that token to go into Link Spider. One barricade board blocker. This helped me so many times during this tournament. It's just a generic link 2. I discard a card to absolutely nothing. But the discard is what matters. I've gotten either World Wand or Nightmare into my graveyard several times during this tournament with that effect. One IP Masquerena, it lets me go into good, like, effective things during my opponent's turn, like, for example, Unicorn, or if I'm feeling stupid, I can go into Underworld Goddess with it, because the card is crazy. Yeah, it's just there as extra interruption. One Lib, she's part of the scrap combo, and also if I still have her while I have IP out, and I use IP to link with her, she spins a card on the field back to the deck, which is an extra interruption. One Scrap Wyvern for the scrap combo, obviously. That's all he can really be used for. One Girsu, I don't use him very often, he's just there in case I do find an opportunity to use him. Shuffle back 2 machines to send a linked monster the opponent controls to the grave. One Nightmare Unicorn, mainly there for the IP play, but sometimes I can go into it during my turn just to get rid of troublesome cards. One Topologic Ouroboros didn't really come up, but it can be very strong under the right circumstances. For example, if I've used Gizmek a bunch of times, he'll have like 7,000 attack. It's hilarious when that happens, I love it. One Boral Sword Dragon for the OTK potential. It's a going second deck, so obviously OTK is really good. One Apollosa, I summon her off of the scrap combo. She'll have 3 negates. It's just extra interruptions, which is always amazing. And then the one Underworld Goddess. I can use opponent's things to link into her sometimes. I only used her once during this, but that one time definitely helped a lot. So I don't think I'll be cutting her out anytime soon.
Possibly
Oh, yeah,
want to show people a combo after the side deck?
Oh, yeah, sure, I can do that.
Okay.
So for the side deck, one Pankratops, hilarious card in the last round. I was playing against Dinos that they had ended with the Dragoon, but they had Lost World on the field. And because of that, I was able to swing over the Dragoon with the Pankratops, which was hilarious.
That is pretty funny.
3 Skullmeister Bees, I hate Virtual World.
Oof.
3 Lancia because it's a staple right now. Can't really not use it at this point. 2 Cyclone, 1 Duster because I just really do not like back row. Drollenlock for generally something like Dragon Link or something else that searches a bunch. Ghost Bell because I didn't really have anything else to put in for her since I already have the Meisters. And then 1 Red Reboot because I really do not like traps.
The wee-woo button.
Yeah.
Alright, we're going to pause and let him set up to practice his combo. So we'll be right back. This card equals game. How?
Alright, so assuming I have already forced out negations or just Dark Rulered them, going second, then I activate Urgent Schedule, I summon out Scrap Recycler and Machina Citadel, I link them into Wyvern, Wyvern effect, bring back the Recycler and pop it, then other effect, so Chainlink 1 on the Wyvern, Chainlink 2 on Citadel, Citadel will summon himself out, Wyvern will summon out Golem and pop an opponent's card, since they probably still have a board. Then Golem will summon out Recycler from deck. Recycler will send World Wand from deck to grave. Then I will link 2 for Lib. Lib effect.
You want to just put your graveyard over here?
Lib effect, set Succession from the deck, and then activate it to bring back Golem. Golem effect, summon back out Recycler. Recycler effect, send Nightmare. Nightmare effect, targeting whatever, doesn't really matter, send Symbol. Then, before I do that, I go into Apollosa, either Apollosa or Boral Sword. Typically, if I have Dark Ruler, I'll go into Apollosa just so I have negations for when they're playing. Then I Nightmare, send Symbol from the deck. Then World Wand will summon back the Nightmare. Then I will link 2 for Galatea. Galatea will shuffle back the World Wand into the deck to set and activate Battle. and then I will symbol effect to bring back Nightmare. I will use Galatea, XC summon into Dingirsu effect, attach symbol, then link both of these into an IP, and that's the end board. During the opponent's turn, I can link into either Unicorn or Zeraboris and interrupt what they're doing with a shuffle and either another shuffle if Unicorn, or just making them not allowed to play if I summon Zeraboris.
Alright, and if you wanted to just win the game right there, where would the combo line change?
The only real change would be Apollosa would be Oral Sword, and I just wouldn't summon the IP.
Okay.
So I would have Dingirsu and a Nightmare in attack, so I can change it with the Oral Sword.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to shout out?
Not really.
Okay. This is Meh, Pig and Meh, signing out.